A 10. Good.
Hello. I'm currently on the ground, possibly dead. Oh no. Isn't that important for everything?
On stream. Doot, 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 doot. Hello, now people should be able to hear me. Oh, we do
Don't
my
worry,
intro.
everyone.
Hello,
Don't
everyone.
worry,
It's your host, Bugboy1014, and we're here for another game of Cyberpunk. I am joined by Foxy, Alder, and Rattledarkstar. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Don't worry, everyone. We're definitely professionals at this.
The funny thing is, they could hear you, but they couldn't hear me. So they heard your responses to what I'm saying, but they didn't hear what I was saying.
Yes, we're all definitely professionals. No doubt about it. Stop doubting us.
Uh,
Oh yes! Why do we need doubt? We have me and my eating myself!
uh,
Who needs force?
I'm also doing.
Push exit.
Yeah. If things sound weird, by the way, for people at home, I don't know if anyone's here to comment on this, but comment if you notice any weird, different audio this time. I have a new setup, so things might be weird for a while I iron things out, but for the most part, the only thing that's been noticed is that keyboard typing is louder now. But I don't think many people mind hearing this, so like that. So I don't type much during D&D streams anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so where we last left off. Zorro currently is unconscious on the floor underneath Alder, who pile-drived him to the floor. Rattle is currently trying to hack into a vault. The tiefling woman who keeps changing her name, I think her name is currently Samantha, or Sammy. We'll go with Sammy. Sammy is currently looking for the place that the key card goes to that you gave her, as you recently helped her escape from the elevator that she was trapped in. And the building is collapsing due to the large amount of water and fire and explosions. Meanwhile, during all this, there's guards running around everywhere, fleeing in panic as much as also trying to get to you all. And you can hear stomping in the distance.
Oh boy, not only we have a bunch of headless chickens, there's possibly a dozer who are going to wreck the building more than we have.
Right. Though, they have to be either extremely brave or stupid for them to march into a collapsing building to get to you.
Let's be honest, it's both.
Yeah, probably both. So, yeah. I will be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. hold down the fort while I'm gone. You should also probably go grab some water and grab a snack.
Yeah. So how's everyone?
Fun.
I just thought of something that could be worse than the thing you guys were talking about. The doses.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Bane from Batman.
Yeah.
Just checking. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I've had the last time, with my internet, I'm trying to make sure it all works.
You are a bit staticky, but that's it.
Long story short, I had gardeners, they knocked out something, I want to eat a brick at them, and now I'm good.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And
Thank
now I have no brick.
Finally have no what?
Long story short, a gardener kind of accidentally, while landscaping near my house, accidentally messed around with my Wi-Fi somehow, and I'm trying to fix it. Doesn't help that also when it was raining, they freaking broke this, like, a little hole that they made a long time ago to protect floods from getting into my basement, so that also happened. I was just greeted. It was so scary the morning I just woke up to, like, subtle drips, like, wait, that's not good.
No, that's not a good noise. And it's also ironic, given what you're doing to this building in D&D.
But I also just imagine that's something worse than the doses.
Oh? Something worse than the dozers?
Bane from Batman.
What was that about Bane?
Bane from Batman.
I know what Bane is. What are you...
No,
we won't have dozers and Banes here.
No, I meant he will be dangerous more than the dozers are.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to compare them right now. We're trying to get back into an actual session. We're still on camera.
Just saying what I thought.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more once the actual session's done. For reference, though, I would ask, do the dozers have a machine gun or not? Because they have a machine gun, I don't know. But if they don't, then Bane's probably scarier.
Now you actually made me think about it. Like, it does need more uranium, but it can't be possible.
I remember now. I remember something now. What the key is for? It's for unlocking the. It's for unlocking the dozer's armory and weapons.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the dozer thing when I was talking. When I said that earlier. Yeah, that's the reason why. Okay, thank you. That's the reason why. It's supposed to go to like the dozer thing. Yeah, it wasn't a mystery key. It was that. Anyway, so that's what she's currently trying to go find is the dozer armory. Yeah, and last time Alder got a shit ton of info about. Wasn't it like you literally downloaded like a database or something?
Database of all the laboratory experiments that happened there.
Right, and as we found out in one of the... Sorry, go ahead.
And then she stole the chemicals and the files, and then just was like, "Can I torch this?" What do
You did.
mean?
You torched it and exploded the hot water heater. Which Wile E. Coyote exploded and shot through the ceiling. Through 5 floors, I'll remind you. I don't know if it was 5 floors, but it shot through all the floors out the ceiling, and it went like 60 seconds in the air before it actually came back down. That's how much pressure it had. Yes, Alder is a derpy werewolf with a mission. Also, fair warning for the audience, I am slightly sleep deprived, but what else is new? This is far from the first time I've done that on stream. You were saying, I was about to call you Foxy, Rattle?
I was gonna say I was gonna go help the gas station owner with the phone.
Oh, you're still trying to escape from the bank and get into the vault.
Yeah, we need to open the vault to get the money, which is why we're here in the first place.
In fact, in your current situation, and I'm going to do a private roll real quick. In your current situation, you don't have all that much time, so it's about like how much time do you want to spend trying to get into the vault compared to just escaping.
How long do we have?
We don't know.
You don't
We're
know.
not supposed to know.
Okay, could you see that die roll or no?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. So I can actually do this.
I was gonna probably spend 10 or 5 minutes.
You might not even have a minute. So we're going to be counting it in turns. How many turns you have until it collapses. Because, remember, the floors are actively collapsing right now. So you got maybe a minute before it hits the basement. Less time for your girlfriend. Yay, Ghost of Anarchy.
I'll try to hack quick.
Okay, so I'm actually going to have all of you roll initiative.
I literally can't because I'm passed out. There's no
Right.
point of me rolling initiative.
You're not rolling initiative. Alder, Rattle, you two roll initiative. I'm also going to roll initiative for the gas station leader and the girlfriend.
The only person that can hack is currently he passed out in the ground.
Wait, I can hack.
Alder can hack, and
got-
you don't know if the gas station guy can or not.
It took
I
all
got
of
it.
us. Wait, I have nanobites.
And a box,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I was trying to say I got a dirty 20.
Yes, I
I
saw
got
it.
a 1!
Which came out to be a
Yeah.
10.18. Okay, so let me add turn 20 and turn. That's just going to be what's his freaking
I think it was Zach or something.
what?
I think it was Zach.
What are you referring to?
The gas station's name.
Oh, I'm not trying to think of his name. I'm trying to remember what his dexterity score is.
Yes.
I think it's only a 20. Oh. Because the last time I checked, he doesn't have anything that boosts higher than 20, so I think it's only 20. Okay, so you got no
He
one.
does have armor. He does have armor, but we don't know what it does.
Wait, doesn't one of the monk features in its subclass let him
Yes.
add his wisdom or something?
That's all I'm saying. What's his dex? Yes. And then I think he has more dex to add on.
I thought he only has a dexterity of 20, because how is he getting higher than 20?
I thought it was like some features that raise the... No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You're thinking barbarian.
I am.
Yeah.
Because I... Brain thought, oh yeah, monk fast. Monk should have initiative bonus.
Right. No, he does. He has he gets a bonus to initiative equal to his dex and his wisdom, but that still only brings up to 16. So Raoul's going before. Now I need to roll the girlfriend, who does not have the best dex, but that's fine. She's not really meant to be. And she still rolled good. Do I have a token for her? I don't know if I have a token.
We do. It's just you play multiple times. It's not accurate, and you will hopefully find one that's accurate to her looks.
And I keep putting off doing it. Hopefully you have the music on in the background too, by the way.
We need the YouTube activity.
Oh, right. Do you want to set up that again? I forgot to set that up.
Oh, I had it on.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm joining the
I
activity
thought-
then.
I thought the whole entire time, like...
No, I did it
Okay,
separately
yeah,
because I forgot the YouTube activity exists, so I've just been listening separately.
To be fair, they did it for YouTube's, not YouTube, Discord's birthday, and they're like, let's keep it.
Yeah, and I like it.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
And originally they meant it for Nitro only, and then they just, yeah, let's just allow it for everyone.
Okay. This is not going to work for me because it's too loud. I can't turn down the volume of it without turning down the volume of you guys. So I need to at least have it separate on my end. You guys can all listen to it in here, but that's a song.
Hello.
How do I leave an activity again? Oh, there we go. Oh, what I was trying to do is I was trying to figure out how to add another turn. But what does this button do? Oh, cool. I can do that now. Alder, did you roll initiative?
I did.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
10.18.
So you are actually going last, surprisingly. Despite having some of the best initiative of anyone here. And since I don't have anyone else, I'm just going to use the hummingbird as the girlfriend right now, because I don't have another picture.
Okay.
Because I evidently
Ironically,
lost the original girl image.
Ironic, you used a hummingbird who is known for speed, and you self-proclaimed that she has the worst speed, and yet got the best roll.
I said she has not so great speed. I didn't say she had the worst speed. Though her initiative was not 141 game. Okay, Rattle, you're up. So you are actively trying to hack into the vault, correct? This is going, if you want to continue doing this, using your methods, there's going to be a series of skill checks to see if you can pass a certain number of times.
Okay.
And you're under a time limit, effectively. So, okay, you can use your action to try and get into the vault using hacking, if you'd like to. Go ahead and roll me a hacking check. Okay. So, I am not going to tell you the results of your roll until you get in. So, you're not going to know whether or not you're getting in or not until you actually do. What was that?
Do I have to roll again, or what?
Not this turn. No, because that was your action. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Because we're going to be taking this a series of turns. Because you have turns left to get this before the building collapses. So, anything else you want to do in your turn? Yeah, this will be fun.
Quick note, we cannot enter level 1 because the elevator is busted.
You can enter level 1 if you climb up.
Yes, but one of us is currently unconscious and unable to climb.
No, but your suit... actually, we are rolling initiative for you. Do you know why, Foxy?
My suit moves for me.
Your suit can act autonomously, so you would be controlling your suit.
Yeah.
Or I can control your suit, but either way, we still need to roll initiative for you. So go ahead and roll me initiative. Just roll me 1d20, since your suit doesn't have a dex.
Yeah, I think that will be my turn.
Okay. I'm just going to drag out this picture and use that for the suit. Or, actually, no, I can just use Zorro. What the hell am I doing? I can just use Zorro. Okay, 12. So you will be going after the gas station. Guy. That I think was named Zach.
You should really add the name to the sheet or the token.
I should do that. I should also make a sheet. I haven't made a sheet, I don't think.
Bruh. You're the DM and I'm the one coming up with good ideas. What is this?
Okay, actually, correction, I have made a sheet, but it doesn't have the correct picture as the picture. Actually, it does. Never mind. It has the correct picture. Yes, I have a sheet. But the name is still question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Also, the token looks a little different, but I'm going to give you a small insider secret thing. I'm curious if any of you will get this reference. This is the placeholder image I use for them until I get better art. Fun fact: I'll give you points if you actually know who or what that is, what that's a reference to.
Is it legit a cyberpunk character?
The image I said no. It's not cyberpunk.
Oh, you sent an image.
Yes, in group 2 chat.
Oh!
I
It's the. Why am I mind blanking?
Not now. Yeah, we can work on it later. I've already done the sheet. Well, we've mostly done the sheet. Yes, it's from one of my favorite childhood games. It's also loosely what I base the character on. Anyway, so, he looks back at Rattledarkstar, looks at you two, and goes, "What the hell did I get involved with? You kids are gonna get yourself killed. Alright. Rattle, do you have the vault, or can I just punch it down?"
I'm working on it.
Criminy. And he runs over to, Zorro on the ground. And he uses a Hand of Life to strike you in the face, Zorro, and heal you. With a palm strike to the face.
Yes. Healing slap.
Yes, healing flat. Which is an actual monk ability.
I can believe that. I just find it funny. Yes, I heard. Yes, I heard you to heal you. It's the same method as the gunsling healer. Yes, I'll heal you. Just let me load my healing bullets.
Do you know how much negative HP you have currently, by the way?
My best guess is a negative 100.
No, you don't have negative 100. That's like way too much. How much HP did you have before you took damage?
I had full.
Okay, and what's your full HP? What's your full HP?
My sheet is loading. Just give it a minute. And
Okay. You fell 16 floors, evidently, not 15.
One floor higher than I thought.
Yeah, okay, so I looked back on the chat log. You took 96 damage.
I had 61 HP, so I'm currently negative 30?
35.
-8.
96 minus 96
Oh,
minus
61.
61 is it 61?
Yeah, it's 61.
Wow, you have low HP. I always forget how low your HP is.
Yeah, that would be 37.
No. 96 minus 61 is 35.
Oh.
Anyway, so you have negative 35 HP, which is notable because I'm trying to see how much this heals you for and whether or not this makes you actually stand up again. I'm trying to remember the name of the subclass. What sub? It's not Way of the Open Hands. Hey, Alder. Do you remember which monk subclass has the Hand of Death and Hand of Life?
I think it's Mercy?
Way of Mercy, thank you. I forgot Mercy exists.
I forgot Mercy exists! Clearly we all did!
Yeah, that's a great out of context quote.
I'm putting that in.
Yes, go ahead. Ah, yes, I forgot Mercy exists.
Don't sue us. Don't sue us. Frick. Overwatch.
What?
That game's so bad.
Why would Overwatch sue us?
One of your characters is named that.
It was like Moira or something like that.
Yeah, one
No,
of the Overwatch's character's name is Mercy.
Yes.
I don't
Oh, okay.
know, I'm not Japan. Oh, wait.
Hello?
Hold on. Okay, so, he's actually going to do something even funnier, I just realized. I forgot he has the 11th level ability that's Flurry of Healing and Harm. So, you know the JoJo Aura thing? He's going to do that with Healing Hands, punching you repeatedly in the face. With Healing Hands.
Yes.
So, he is going to punch you 5 times with Hand of Healing. And you're going to recover an amount of hit points equal to, what is it? 1 roll of his martial arts die plus his wisdom modifier. Each time. So that's 5 rolls of his martial arts die, which I believe his martial arts die is a d20. So, 5d20 plus 25. He did a Liu Kang move and just raised you up 73 hit points.
So negative 35 minus 73. I can't do math. How much left over?
73 minus 35. You have 38 positive hit points. Never can you ever think of someone coming up to you and bapping you with Senator Armstrong like to life. Nanomachine, son!
So, when you were saying the Street Fighter name, you were saying the Hadouken?
I wasn't doing the stream. I was saying Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, but yes. Hadouken! Well, I was thinking more of like the freaking, what is it? The cartwheel kicks, or like the bicycle kicks that Liu Kang does flying through the air. By the way, if you've ever seen part 4 of JoJo with Crazy Diamond and how he can heal things by punching them, that's effectively what just happened with Foxy. Sorry, it's Zorro. No, he used some key points to do it. Let me go look at how many key points that was. When you use flurry of blows, you can place each of the unarmed strikes with hand and healing without spending key points. Healing in addition to making unarmed strikes. Yeah. Okay. So, he only needed to actually spend 1 key point to do the flurry of blows, and that did it.
It says, from Fiery Tools, it says, without spending key points.
Right, but to do flurry of blows at all, he needs to spend 1 key. So, it just doesn't cost any extra to do the healing. So, yeah, he actually has reliable healing. Who'd have thunk it?
Yay, I'm not...
Okay.
I'm not the only medic.
Yep, you're not unconscious. What is actually your dexterity score?
What is my, 18?
Dexterity mod, I mean.
My
like
dexterity mod is 4.
Okay, so actually, I'm going to raise your initiative count up to 16, which is, since it was 12, but now you're actually conscious again, so your armor isn't automatic. So you get to go. Now your turn.
Let's see.
So he just repeatedly punched you in the chest and face, and you just wake up seeing the gas station guy punching you repeatedly, and somehow it doesn't hurt, but it's healing you. And Alder still has you pile-drive. They still have you pinned to the floor.
Alder, get off me!
Good.
Once Alder gets off me, I help Rattle with hacking, and since I have proficiency in it...
Alright. So, you're across the room, so you'll have to use a bonus action to use a charge in your armor to get all the way to Rattle.
Yeah, sure.
The reason why the monk could do it in one turn without anything is because he can already move so fast, he has high movement speed. Then again, never mind, you have the Godspeed chip. What the hell am I talking about? No, you can get there in time. That's fine. You don't need to use the charge.
Since he's helping me, would I have to roll Arcana again?
No, not you. He's doing his own independent checks. He's basically doing checks at the same time you're doing them.
He said he was helping me.
Yes, but I'm not using the helping rules for it. I'm having it be separate checks.
Okay.
I was just checking.
Yes, and I was explaining. So, Foxy, go ahead and roll. Zorro, go ahead and roll hacking.
Just one?
Go ahead and roll me a hacking check.
26.
Okay. Again, I'm not going to tell you the result of what happened until you eventually get in. Is that used up your action? Anything else on your turn?
Don't I have the other chip that could let me do 2 actions?
Does the Godspeed chip give you 2 actions?
I have 2 chips. Oh, the mobility chip and the Godspeed chip. One of them gives me an extra action to do.
That's the Godspeed chip that does that.
Yeah.
The mobility chip just doubles your movement speed, and the Godspeed chip doubles your movement speed and does more things.
But no, I'm pretty sure you said the mobility chip allows me to cross any terrain as if it were flat terrain.
Oh, right, it's the ring of freedom of movement. Right, yeah, it's freedom of movement. I forgot about that. Sorry, apologies. Yes, you can actually make another hacking attempt because you have an additional action. So go ahead and do whatever you'd like to. Okay. Yes, he has haste, except it's better haste, if I remember correctly. Because it's the same thing as that one 6th level epic boon, Alder. You know, the boon of multitasking, the one that effectively gives you a second turn during your turn?
So, he got a 31?
Do you have advantage?
Yes?
I know you have proficiency. I don't know that you have advantage, because you're not...
I
Okay.
I do have a hacking tools, but
Right, that lets you add your proficiency bonus to it. So does Rattle. Rattle also has their hacking tools. So, I didn't take that as advantage. No, I was just assuming you got 22.
yeah, 22. Let's just stick with 22 because otherwise you say I have advantage or something like that.
Yeah, if you can come up with a reason why you have advantage, go ahead. But I can't think of a reason.
I can't think of a reason why.
Okay, so the girlfriend now. She's currently kind of fumbling around up there trying to find a place because, she's worried about the collapsing building above her. She says, man, I caused some destruction, but it seems like I wasn't the one that caused the most here. I'm actually getting a little nervous here. And then she goes around, and I'm going to have her make an investigation check.
Quick question, DM. Does she have wings?
No.
Oh, she's a
Okay.
tiefling. Tiefling, I don't think have wings.
She is a tiefling, not a demon. And she also... Wait, does she have power armor?
Yes.
Then
I
she can
gave her
fly
one.
through the power armor.
Yeah.
Right, but she's not really worried about whether or not she'll fall. It's more she's worried about the water and stuff coming from above. Yes, there's a type of tiefling with wings. There's also a type of elf with wings. Wow, she rolled really good on her investigation, despite having a negative on it. She managed to actually find the door, and put in the key card. It went, and then she took it out and put it back in and went, It's going to take her a while to get it to register a key card. It's like, God damn it, this is not the time. Alder, you're up.
What a way to rub it in.
You know what, Jurassic Park thing, yeah?
The fat guy, I forgot his name.
I just call him Dino Food. Because that's all he was.
I'm gonna just hack.
Do you also attempt to hack the vault?
I'm gonna do something if I can hack. I'm gonna put a little chemical in it.
What chemical are you going to try and put in the vault? Okay, what are you planning on doing? If you want to say it to me privately, you can in DMs.
I really hope it's not another explosions, because we already have enough problems as it is.
Yeah.
And this is the basement, so if one goes off here, the whole building's just falling.
Okay, you used your action to attempt to hack. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Alder?
3 people hacking. None has opened the door.
Well, I said it's going to need a series of successful checks. One successful check will not do it. It's going to need a bunch of successful checks. So you don't know if you've gotten any successful checks or how many you've gotten yet. You don't know. I know.
Oh, great. So we just need to pray on a nat 20 to guarantee one.
Right, assuming that even guarantees it. Because again, nat 20s on skill checks do not ensure that it succeeds.
Do you see my plan?
Not yet, no. I was busy distracted with what Foxy was. That's an interesting idea, but it's a large wall vault. Like, it's a 10-foot by 10-foot square door.
Oh, fair. Apologies.
This is not like a doorknob thing. Like, that would work with door... Like, you could theoretically do it, but the volume of chemicals required would be a little prohibitive. But I will say, you're on the right track.
Wait a second, I'm stupid.
What?
I have a magic spell that can help me in the situation.
Also, why was there a second hacking roll, Alder?
Do you have a Godspeed chip?
No, I can't.
Or was that-
I just realized I have a spell too.
Yeah, and I think it's the same. I think I know what spell it is, but we'll get back. We'll get to Rattledarkstar first. Rattledarkstar, your turn. What's up? You gonna attempt to hack again, or what you gonna do? You hear that one of the floors has up above, and water is beginning to pour into the basement.
Oh boy. Pretty sure the basement is connected to the sewers, which is how they enter, so it's possibly also getting drained out by the sewers.
Possible. There was also that gelatinous cube in the sewers.
I mean, it absorbs, so it should soak up the water, unless it's like oil and water where they can't accept each other.
Right, but it's also so big it might plug up the hole and keep the water in.
That's true.
A sack just punch it already.
I didn't hear what you said.
Something about punch it already.
I was saying to Sack to pump the fault already.
What are you doing on your turn?
I was telling Sack to punch it in.
I can't understand what you're saying. I apologize. If you have to, type it out. Tell Zach to punch it. Oh, okay. So you tell the gas station guy to punch it already. You go, okay. So what else are you doing on your turn, Rattle? Since that was your interaction for the turn. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn? I'm going to take that as a no, since you're not saying anything.
I was typing it out.
Oh, apologies. We're going to check what happened on the surface of Steel Defender's eyes. Okay, so, looking on the surface of Steel Defender's eyes, you see that there is police cars approaching the area, as well as the top part of the building is just kind of starting to tip, and it looks like the building's going to fall over.
Imagine it becomes the Lean Hella Pizza 2.
There's also fire and water spewing out of the building. Like, it's a weird mixture, but there's just fire and water spewing out of the building.
You're gonna have to hurry, Zach.
Yes, you caused a lot of chaos. However, you don't get to see through the Steel Defender's eyes long, because you hear what sounds like the rev up of a gun, and before it can turn to look, it gets hit by 5 high caliber bullets and gets shut off.
Also, you did forget it would have gone invisible if I did put stealth items on him.
Okay.
I did not forget that he went invisible. He got shot anyway. Meaning they likely they likely had a way to see him fighting invisible, or removed his invisibility.
Heat vision exists, X-ray exists, that one thing that can let you see electric pulses of objects exists. A lot of stuff that can let you see anything invisible.
To be fair, heat vision wouldn't work in this case. Because it's a robot. And it doesn't have any active heat vents.
Yeah, so at most the person looking at them would probably need some sort of thing that can see the robot's electric pulse.
Those are theoreticals for later. Zorro, you're up.
I will help open the door using my one cantrip.
Wasn't the gas station owner before?
That was before he got his initiative back for coming back from consciousness. Now he goes before the gas station guy. Oh right, Caustic Touch. I forgot you had that. So you use Caustic Touch on the door. Same brain cells.
Yes, this is why we're related. This is why we're related.
Roll damage.
Oh wait,
The spell wasn't fully copied, it seems. Here is the full spell.
Spell damage decrease by 1d8 when you reach 5th level. What level am I?
You're level 10.
So
It would be 2d8 currently.
yeah, I haven't reached level 11 yet, so I can't do 3d8.
Okay, where are you applying this acid damage on the door?
Wait. I did the wrong roll.
That's fine. We can take the 8 and the 4. Where specifically on the door you're applying this? Because this is a big door. It's like a 10-foot by 10-foot door.
All doors have hinges.
This one does not have any exposed hinges. It presumably has hinges, but they're not exposed. There is seams. There's like the big wheel to turn it. There's a keypad. There's just the face of it. What do you want to do?
Okay, since it has a big wheel, like you described, it's one of those bank vaults where it has like those big giant metal pipes to keep it locked, right?
Presumably, do you want to take a history check to see if your character would know?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the check?
I said history.
Yeah. 6-6. I presume not.
You've seen this door before, but you can't remember how it works. But you know you've seen one of these before. In your previous bank heist business.
I'll try to find what could possibly keep it locked onto the wall and try to melt that part away.
There is a seam on the side of the door where it meets the wall. Do you want to try and stick it in there?
Can I roll investigation first to see if I...
I'll allow it.
16.
You managed to find that the best likely spot to use this would actually be on the wheel section itself to try and burn through the outer casing of it. Because if you can get to the internals of the wheel, you might be able to force it to turn.
Yeah, that can work. I will melt off the wheel.
Okay, so you do the acid damage on there. Since you are hitting a weak part, it's actually going to count as a crit. But the door is resistant to acid damage, so it's going to be halved. So it's only going to take 14 acid damage, which is not enough to burn through the casing, though you do burn about halfway through it.
But... hear me out.
You have another action?
Yes. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same roll.
Okay. Again, you hit the same spot. So you managed to burn all the way through that casing, and you are starting to see into the interiors a bit. You start to be able to see the mechanism, and yes, it's one of those doors with like the 10 steel blocks that go into it, that like when you turn it in a certain way, when the keypad is in there, it starts retracting those blocks and then slides the door. It's one of those sorts of things.
Gas station guy named Zach, right?
Yes.
Zach, pull those pillars out. Oh, they'll open the door.
He's like, what? And then it's his turn now. So he hops up on top of the wheel next to you. Just look at what you're talking about. Peers inside and then starts to see some of the internals and says, what, you want me to start ripping stuff out of here?
Yeah, they're the only things that keeping this door locked.
I can try. Actually, hold on. Wait, don't we got weapons? Can't we just use weapons to shoot into there so I don't break my own hands? Try to punch steel?
Most of my weapons are explosives. The best I got is the guard gun that I stole from
the
that
building is collapsing. Why do we care about explosives now?
Because it made it fall faster.
Just give me what you got.
Okay. Do I have any grenades that I stole from the guards or no?
I don't know. I think you have like half a dozen now, man. I just like the idea of you just pull out data pad and with the grenades, he just starts grabbing the grenades and pulling the pin and shoving them in there as fast as he can. He's just shoving the grenades into the hole.
Should I roll? Should I roll something to see? Should I roll something to see if I did pick up some grenades along the way or no?
Roll me a d6 to see how many you picked up. We'll do it that way. We'll say you picked up at least one, but we'll see how many you picked up. 6. You picked up 6.
You picked them all up!
To be fair, each guard is said to carry around 3 grenades, so that's not that's like 2 guards worth, but still.
Yeah, I just give him all 6 grenades and hop off the door and get in onto a safe distance.
Yeah. Also, Alder, you are correct. The thing that you DM'd me. So he says, clear the breach to everyone. and then just starts pulling the pins on these grenades and throwing them into, just stuffing them in there. And as he stuffs the final one in, the fuse on the first one's about to go, and he quickly ducks to the one side of the opening, and you just hear the loudest metal screech noise you've ever heard as they just all start exploding inside of here. It's extremely loud and extremely quick. And now we'll roll damage to see how much it does. This damage is going to be doubled because this explosion is very contained. So I'm going to roll for the grenades. Sorry, go ahead.
The explosion is so loud it causes thunder damage.
No, but it is going
to sound damage.
Okay, so a frag grenade is... What?
I'm pretty sure thunder damage is sound damage, if I remember correctly.
It's pressure wave damage, yes, which sounds are pressure waves. Anyway, so a basic grenade does 66 bludgeoning damage in my campaign. For each additional grenade that you add, it does not add 66. It only adds 1d6 on there. So this does 11d6, but since it's contained in here, it's actually doubled because it's hitting the critical vital areas and that. So, and because it's hitting the insides, not the outsides, it's not going to have resistance to this damage. So that's 22d6 damage you're about to do to this door. 84. So, you see these explosions go off, and the gas station guy loses his footing as the wheel for the door flies off and slams into the back wall, leaving like a 1-foot indent in it. I'm going to need everyone in the room to give me dex saves to not get hit by that. It just gets blown off. Okay, Foxy passed, Rattle didn't, and Alder used Mage Hand.
Hold on.
I did not mean to use Mage Hand.
Alder passed.
I'm gonna be using this.
You use the shield spell. Okay. That's not going to help in this case. Actually, nah, we'll say it helps. Actually, no, it wouldn't help in this case. This is a dex save, not AC. So it flies into you, and the two of you, as it's flying, Alder just yells, "Get down!" And you just start getting down, and boogieing. No.
I mean, yes.
But Rattle is puts up the shield spell to try and block it instead of dodging, and it just hits the shield spell, shatters it, and smacks Rattle directly in the face, causing Rattle's body to ragdoll against the wall as it flies and embeds itself in the back wall. I am going to... Rattle, you're going to get hit hard.
Yeah. Hopefully your dragon scale save you.
You took 38 bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm down, because I only had 23.
Ah!
I will quickly lay on hands on him.
Okay. Hold that thought, because it's not your turn yet. Because I still need to describe what else happened to the door. The wheel flew off, and the dude fell. But also, there's now a large, mangled mess of metal where the bottom of the door used to be. As you blew the safety switch inside the door, and it permanently locked itself. But you have blown most of the way through a hole in the door, so now it's locked itself. So the only way to get in is to literally blow a hole through the door, which you've already gotten halfway through doing.
I mean, I could just melt the rest of it.
Also, yes, by the way, this has increased the timer on... Sorry, this has decreased the amount of time you guys have left before the building collapses.
Yeah, I thought so.
By 5 turns, specifically. Which, you don't know how many turns it was, so you don't know how significant that is, but it was by 5 turns for the audience at home. Okay. You can't see it, but I'm up out of my chair because I'm excited. So when I'm excited, I have to stand up and walk around my room. Okay, cool. That is the end of his turn. The girlfriend now. She's up there, and she finally gets the key card working and goes, got it. And the door starts to open. And then she hears this giant explosion from downstairs, is looking down the shaft and sees a steel wheel slam into the wall, and the entire building shakes. And she goes, whoa! And then falls into the center area, but thankfully she's wearing armor so she can hover. As she just starts hovering there, and it's like, what the hell are they doing down there? But then she remembers, oh right, the door, and then flies into the doorway that she was previously trying to fly into. Inside of there, she sees rows and racks upon racks of weapons.
I'll be right back.
Okay. This is a good stopping point for now if we want to. Pause point for us to go get water, because I need some water. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water. I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So that was exciting.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes. Who knew we're crazy enough to blow up a hole in a collapsing building?
Yep.
Have you seen what we did?
Oh,
I was being sarcastic.
Right, like, come on now. We know that you guys are going to do worse than this. You saw the joke I made before about the phage virus.
Maybe consider it.
I know you.
I swear! I feel like Alder should be an artificer at this point.
They're pretty close, yeah. Speaking of Alder, is Rattledarkstar back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so she sees inside the room, not Alder, but the girlfriend. She sees inside the room rows and rows and racks of just weapons. There is just weapons everywhere in here. And indeed, there is a lot of dozer machine guns in here, as well as a couple of guns she doesn't even recognize.
I really hope she has a data pad on her, because this is basically treasure loot.
She does. She does, and then she pulls it out and sees that her data pad broke. Uh-oh.
Insert re.
Insert re. It's still the girlfriend's turn, yes. So, she's currently scrambling around looking in this room for a data pad. And I'm going to have her make an investigation check. Again, 1d20 minus 1. 9. She did not manage to find data pad. She said, "You know what? Fuck it," and she just starts grabbing guns and just holding them in her arms.
I can imagine they're very heavy.
Yes, but with the help of the powered armor, she can lift them reasonably okay and carry multiple of them thanks to the powered exoskeleton of the armor. Because remember, it does double your carrying capacity.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it makes your strength automatically 20 if it was lower. So, yes, with that, she's currently grabbing stuff. Alder, we have your turn. And give me a history check real quick, because I want to see if your character realizes something. Okay. 13. You realize, wait, I have nanobots. I might be able to funnel them into there to disable the emergency lockdown on the door. Basically, yes. Yeah, you think you can do some shenanigans with nanobots. Now, I didn't want to just say that unless your character could figure it out, but your character can reasonably figure it out. You just need a DC 10.
It is basically easy. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Wait, because you had been training to do this for a while. So, now give me an animal handling check to see... Animal handling or hacking? To see how well you can handle the nanobots to use them in this way, because this is the first time you're using them in this way. Well, in a stressful situation, anyway. Okay, 18. What exactly are you going to try and do with them? Like, what specifically are you having them do?
To the door?
What was that about the door?
Can I use them to, like, fully enter inside?
Yes, you can fully enter the door with them. What do you want to try and accomplish when you enter inside of the door?
I have a unique idea of, can rope trick hold these things?
The nanobots?
No, not the nanobots, the dozer stuff.
Oh, she's not downstairs. You have no idea that she has dozer stuff.
Oh. Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she's
have no
currently
idea
up on
because
like the
you
13th floor.
Yeah. You have no idea because you pile drive me.
Right.
I'll try to forget!
Are you going to try and pile drive the door now?
Yes. Yes.
What's
Yes.
the rhino?
I like to imagine, like, Zorro says something like, where you go, don't try to pile drive me again. And then he just had the idea of pile drive the door. And then he just used the nanobots to try and rip the door off of its hinges.
This is what I say.
Adler is turning transforming into a rhino.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Beep, beep, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Well, to be fair, she's not trying to bash the door down. She's trying to rip the door off, I think. Okay.
Adler said they were gonna transform into a rhino.
The rhino from Spider-Man.
Did you say that, Elder? Okay. I did not see that. Where did you type that?
No, they said it.
Oh, okay. So they are current. What? Do you have wild shape?
I'm not wild shaping. I said, basically, I'm gonna be the rhino.
Oh, you're just going to barrel into it?
Yes, I'll drive into the door.
Okay, so... Sorry, go ahead.
Don't know how that worked, but you'll somehow pull it off. I just know it.
Are you using the nanobots to try and yank the door off, or are you going to charge into the door? Because those are two mutually exclusive things.
Yank the door off.
Okay. Yank the door off. Also, yes, you can turn it into a crowbar, but a crowbar won't help with a door this big. Unless you have... Well, granted, you could turn the nanobots into a giant crowbar. Like, form of the shape of a crowbar. No. Just Half-Life 2, but Gordon Ramsay has a 12-foot long... Sorry, not Gordon Ramsay. Gordon has a 12-foot long crowbar. Anyway. So...
Half-Life 2, but modded.
You try to rip it off. So, basically, to give you guys a visual of what she's currently doing, she poured her nanobots into it and then, like, grabbed onto the nanobots, which is effectively acting as leverage to transfer that force to all parts of the door and amplify it. Basically allowing her to tug, and then amplifies her tugging strength across the entire surface of the door, is kind of what I visualize as happening. Do you agree with that, Alder? Yeah. Okay. Give me a strength check.
They're basically doing the Spider-Man pull.
Kind of, yeah. Except she's not as strong as Spider-Man. Okay. You tug as hard as you can, and you get, like, a little bit of movement. The door doesn't pull that much, but you see it buckles a little bit. It's going to take a few more tugs, but you can tell this will eventually work. But unfortunately, that was your action to do that, so...
Next person.
Also, while you're currently doing this, you count as restrained, because you're locked into the nanobots, your arms are.
Yeah.
Okay, Rattledarkstar, top of the turn, you're up. You can hear another piece falling off the building above you.
I'm also down, remember?
Oh, right, you're down. You pass the death saving throw. Zorro, you're up.
Pump. Lay on hands onto them.
Okay, how much negative hit points do you have, Rattle? Negative 10?
Negative 15 is what I had.
Okay.
So you will have 5. You'll just have 5 HP.
It was negative 15.
Yeah, I have 20 lay on hands, so I'm just going to make your HP 5.
Okay, so you use your pool of healing to use lay on hands to make their HP 5. So, Rattle, you are now conscious again as you just had golden energy flow through your chest from Foxy. Sorry, from Zorro.
What? With the amount of times I'm dumping in lay on hands, I'm surprised my lay on hands hasn't evolved to hold more healing power.
This is not Pokemon.
Yeah, I know.
That's like saying you shoot yourself with lower caliber bullets to get more resistance to higher calibers. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out if you get that reference, by the way.
But I'm surprised my mana pool hasn't grown yet.
It'll grow as you get higher level in Paladin.
Yeah.
I believe it's always 5 times your Paladin level, so it should actually be 25 at max right now.
Oh.
Because
So-
aren't you level 5 Paladin?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, so actually, do you want to pump 25 enough? Because technically you only need to pump enough to get them to 1 HP. To get them to
No, we don't... Currently, we don't have, health... The equivalent of health potions on us, so... all the HP is the best.
Fair enough.
So, I would be at 10 HP then?
Yeah, 10.
Yep. You are at 10 HP. Beep beep, motherfucker, I'm gonna get in. Alder does have the equivalent of healing potions, yes, but Alder is also old-fashioned, and you can't exactly get a replenishing supply of those.
Also, does that take an action or...
To use lay of hands, yes, it takes an action.
Okay, so I will use my second action to help Alder.
How are you planning on helping Alder?
It's basically tug of war. I just hold on to her arms and pull.
Okay, so how are you attempting to pull? Like, are you pulling on Alder, or are you sticking your hands in the nanobots and trying to pull there? What are you going to try and do to pull?
I hold on to Alder and pull.
Okay, so Alder, are you okay with this?
Yeah,
I see it's just
I'm helping you
supporting
as
the
a
body.
support.
That's literally how I see it, just like supporting the body while I pull.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alder, you'll be able to do with advantage on your next turn. We'll put it that way. Okay, the monk. Zach looks at both of you and says, looks at the door. He gets back up because he was knocked over because he was on the door when it flew off. He says, he looks to Alder and says, "Do you want some help?"
Yes.
Says, "Okay then. Hey, Zorro, do you still have that sniper rifle?"
Yes, it's in my back pocket.
Okay, do you mind if I go get it?
Yeah, sure.
So the monk goes over to you, goes to your back pocket to try and find the datapad where it is. Finds it. It's not, like, hidden, is it?
No, it's not hidden.
Okay, so he finds the datapad and then pulls out the sniper rifle and then hops back on top of what's left of the door and just aims down and then just fires a shot into the hinge of the door to help Alder by trying to blow it more off the wall. I don't know if this is going to help. It was the first idea that came to his mind of, what if I just try to pry it more off the door?
The bullets it shoots are plasma, so it could help.
They are anti-tank rounds, so they are meant to penetrate thick armor. They're not plasma.
Yeah. They're meant to be anti-tank because they're meant to be anti-dozer.
Yeah, they're anti-tank high-explosive rounds. They're effectively the equivalent of firing a 20mm cannon as a sniper rifle. Okay. How much base damage did that rifle do?
I don't know, but you did tell me it can do decent damage on a dozer.
Right. Let me pull up your sheet. Should be in your sheet. Yes, it is. 8d10 plus 4. Which, let's get real, the only reason why it's only plus 4 is because your dexterity is not as high as his is. So, 8d10 plus 5 for the first shot. Okay, so he fires into there, and the bullet fires in, and you hear ding, 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 as it's just ripping its way through the metal inside there. Then he fires another shot into there with it, doing more damage, 53. He manages to, Alder, you actually feel the door begins to move as he managed to shoot 2 of the hinges off.
Yes!
So, you don't know how many hinges are left, but the door is considerably easier to move now. And that will be the end of his turn. The girlfriend, looks at the guns, looks down and says, "I don't have time for this," and just walks to the walkway and just starts hucking the guns into the central column to have them fall to the basement. And just starts grabbing them and throwing them down towards the basement. Just grabbing all the guns in this place and just starts hucking them down towards the basement. So, as she's doing this, you guys just start seeing, like, guns and dozer parts and stuff, and armor just start falling down with the water. But that'll be the end of her turn. Alder, you're up as you hear these tinking and stuff behind you, and you feel the door begin to give way more as Zorro's providing support.
Let's fucking go!
Alright, give me another strength check with advantage.
Which
21. Okay. I'm going to allow you to give me another one. Roll me another strength check to see what happens. How do you want to do this?
You just see Alder just rip it off while roaring, just yeeting it to the wall.
Where are you eating it?
Off to the side, trying to aim away from the guns.
Okay, so you rip it off the door. You rip the door off the wall while screaming loudly in primal fury, and just whip your arms to the side and slam it against one of the walls, shaking the entire building again.
Bruh.
Which causes the building to start collapsing even faster. But you do see inside the vault is the treasure that you're looking for. There is piles and piles of data slates full of credits, secure boxes of accounts, and also just IRL piles of gold bars. Like, not many of you have actually seen gold bars.
Ooh, shiny.
The last time you saw gold bars was at Alder's place. He has some, but that was the only other time you saw any. You also see what looks to be on a pedestal a skull, what looks to be like a weird looking like skull monkey idol thing that's made of gold on a pedestal.
Oh.
In the middle of the
room. No. I know what this is. I know what you're trying to do. No.
The building's already collapsing. How can I even more Indiana Jones this than it already is?
I don't know, but you will find a way.
Now is not the time for caution. Now is the time for bold action. Anyway. Rattledarkstar, the door got ripped off. What do you want to do now? You also see guns start falling through the central column behind you, and piles of bullets, guns, and armor.
We both have data slates. Might as well loot up.
Yeah, I'm gonna help loot.
The rumbling in the actual building is also getting louder. It does not seem like you guys have much time left at all.
Just take some of the guns and money.
Quick question, DM. Because of the crumbling building, does it destroy the thing that blocks communication?
Notably, yes. You can now communicate with the outside world.
Okay.
Solo's girlfriend, get down here now.
Okay, are you saying that to the Steel Defender?
I said to Solo's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. She goes, alright, coming down. She'll come down on her turn.
Okay. I would just grab some of the money and some of the weapons.
They're on opposite sides of the room. Pick one.
Yeah, you can only choose one.
I'll the guns then.
Okay, so you head towards the guns and start putting some of them in your data slate?
Yeah.
Okay. You are picking up things like guardsman rifles and grenades and clips of bullets and dozer machine guns, and there's even a gun there that you don't recognize, but you don't have time to inspect it right now. Okay, while you're doing that, Zorro, you're up. What are you doing?
Using in the most of my Godspeed chip and loot the money. Hey.
Okay.
Using my data slate.
Are you prioritizing any specific one, or are you just grabbing to grab?
Top priority, the money that this world accepts, because I don't know what the shiny bars do.
Okay, there is gold bars, there is data pads full of credits, there is locked boxes, which are for accounts, and then there's the golden idol. Which one are you doing first?
Credits first.
So the data pad credits, got it. So you start just grabbing data pad, which notably you cannot put a data pad in a data pad.
Yeah.
They just start
Well,
grabbing
it's like-
data pads, and when you look at them, your jaw almost drops when you see the figure. Each one of these data pads. That's a 1 with 7 zeros.
Excuse me.
This
How
is
much
so...
is that? Because
10 million.
okay,
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I just forgot math, and I don't know how many 7 zeros is. Apparently, it's 1 million. Thank you, Rattle.
10 million.
10 million.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Fox, Zorro, you start getting the sinking feeling that you're getting in a lot more trouble than you realize right now. You didn't realize you're stealing this much money.
Oh well, what can they do about it now? The bank is being destroyed, might as well collect them.
Notably, each one of these data pads says it has that much in it. So,
How many data pads are there?
well, what's your feeling, Alder?
I don't feel this is a bank. I don't know what it is. It may be worse.
I thought this was a bank, but no, this is just this corporate private bank.
Mm. And as you're grabbing...
I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
it would explain why there's a dozer project happening up in the floors.
And funny you say that, because as you're grabbing money and thinking about it, you hear over a loudspeaker outside, you hear a dozer yelling, "You'll never make it out alive! You hear me?"
We're already dead meat. Why make it worse?
So there's evidently a dozer on a loudspeaker outside who's very, very pissed off at all of you.
It's like, try me.
I mean, to be fair, my girlfriend did fought a dozer by throwing explosive beads on their face. I don't know what happened to them, so I'm assuming this is the same one.
Considering it's coming from outside, I doubt it. It's probably a new one. Though that one probably is still in the building somewhere. Although they can't hear you. They can't hear you outside.
I mean, he could speak to the Steel Defender if it's still alive.
It's not. Remember, it got shot 5 times?
Yeah.
Presumably by the same dozer that just spoke in the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
Zorro, what were you were just grabbing credits. Okay. The monk's turn. The monk looks in this vault, looks at all of you, looks up there and says, "Huh, this reminds me of the older days." Alright. Well, grab as much as you can and we need to get out of here. Because the cops are here.
some extra hands will be helpful.
Alright. And he starts running in to grab data pads. He also grabs the golden monkey idol thing and sticks it in his bag.
Yay!
As he's also starting to grab data slates and stuff. Actually, he's not grabbing data slates because you have an armor to store it in, whereas he doesn't. He's instead grabbing gold bars and putting them in a data slate.
Okay. What about the crates? Who's getting those?
Those are lockboxes. You have to break into the lockboxes or take the entire lockbox off the thing. I mean, if you want to take a bunch of saves, you can, but...
I mean...
we don't have time for the lockboxes.
Yeah, we don't have time.
The girlfriend, she says, "Okay, I'm coming down," and then she just jumps down through the central thing and just floats down to the ground with the armor on. Though as she's floating down, it goes past the first floor. You okay, Foxy?
Yeah, I just have 50 minutes left.
Okay. As she's floating down past the first floor, you hear what sounds like automatic fire as she quickly flies down, and you see that there's just part of the floor that she was on just got ripped apart by bullets. It seems whoever on the first floor, there might be someone with automatic fire waiting. You heard a dozer on a loudspeaker. You don't know if there's more than one or not, but you do know that there is also police outside, in addition to the dozer.
Those are her working with someone else. Yes.
I guess there's also an invisible slime thing in the sewers.
What was that about thing?
The invisible slime thing.
Give me a perception check, actually, Rattle.
I didn't mean to say in character. The cube.
Okay. Alder, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to take some of the lockboxes.
Do you try to break into the lockboxes, or are you just going to take them wholesale?
Take them whole.
They each weigh 1 ton.
I don't stutter, bitch.
You don't have enough carry weight to take them all, and they cannot be stored in data pads.
I'll try to break into one. See at least what it has.
Okay, I assume you use your nanobots to try and brute force it?
I mean, I'm gonna see if it's even worth it. Like, if I take one, I want to see if it's worth it.
How are you going to... Well, so you're trying to brute force it open, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a strain check. With your nanobots. As you just try to rip the thing open. 15, good enough. Yeah. You managed to rip it open. And you see inside something indescribable. It seems some of your suspicions might be correct that this is not a normal place. This is not a bank. Because what you see inside is what you can only describe as looking like a still beating heart.
Are you serious right now?
Yes!
Are these Space Marine parts?
I don't think even Space Marine parts would still be beating inside of a lockbox.
Yeah, it would find a way to break out and go back to its owner.
I got organs. There is a lot of miscellaneous crap in a lot of these lockboxes, but the one you opened happened to have a heart in it. Why the heart is still beating, why it's here, what's going on, you had no idea. You're just excited to eat organs. Anything else you're doing on your turn, sir, Alder?
Wait, it's a ton? What's the lockbox a ton?
What do you mean?
What weighs the ton, the box or the inside?
The heart? The heart was on the inside of the box.
Yes, but what weighs a ton? The box?
Oh, the box itself weighs a ton. Regardless of the contents, the box itself weighs a ton. So each one of these, at minimum, weigh 1 ton. No, the heart does not weigh 1 ton. Unless this is like a brontosaurus heart. I don't know how it would weigh 1 ton.
It's a very dense heart.
It's a heart made out of a black hole.
Just take it or leave it. We got the money.
That is a possibility, Alder. I will tell you, that is a possibility.
I'm gonna take the heart. I'm gonna take one of the other boxes, and as much as I can carry, I have a... Oh, wait. I was about to ask. Can I cast rope trick to kind of like put some of that in that extra dimensional portal?
Sure, you can put it in the rope trick, but you can't move the rope trick, so...
Anyway.
It would store it in there, and presumably... Actually, hold that thought. I'm going to have you give me an Arcana check, Alder. To see if you just think of this, what I just thought of. 27. You think about putting in the rope trick and you go, wait, why don't we just go in the rope trick and stay in there while the building's collapsing?
Oh, fake our deaths.
Because the building can collapse, in theory, and she explains this, the building can collapse around us, we'll be in the pocket dimension, so as long as I pull the rope up, we'll be fine. And then when the spell ends, we'll be magically shunted to the nearest open space, well, okay, I'm not going to keep talking for you, but that's effectively the gist of what she figured out.
Yes. Great idea. Open it. But we need all of us here. Where's my girlfriend?
Presents! And she just runs over.
Just hear Alder getting still. Everyone in the fucking hall!
And and the girlfriend jokes around, freezing!
You know what I'm saying?
She just giggles and flies into the hole.
We got mostly everything, right? Weapons, credit, gold, boxes.
You
That's
didn't
it, right?
get all the credits in gold yet. No, it'll take you multiple turns to get all of it. The question is, how much are you going to try and get and stick into there compared to getting in there before the building collapses? Because, like, how long do you stay outside and risk the building collapsing on you?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I got as many as I can, so I'm good to go.
In one turn, you're able to grab, like, 10 data slates.
Okay, never mind.
There was stacks of hundreds of them.
I have two actions. I could possibly get more.
No, you grabbed 5 as part of one action.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, that was already considering your 2 actions.
I'm actually saying the character, 10, the data would be, 100 million.
Yeah, 10 of them would be 100 million credits. Which is already more than you've ever had before.
I'm going to risk one more round of outside before hopping in the hole.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Actually, wait, no, I just thought of something. I just remembered something. My fault won't let me. My fault won't let me.
Right, because you're super cautious.
Yeah, so I'm just immediately jumping in the hole.
Okay, yeah, you just immediately jump in. Does anyone else peek out of the hole to try and grab more?
I got enough already. I got enough weapons already for us.
Okay, Alder, what about you?
Has the boxes, he has the weapons.
You have, like, 4 of the boxes. There was dozens of them. You grabbed, like, 4.
I'm only grabbing 4. I don't want to over-exude myself.
Okay. The monk looks over at both of you and says, I'll be right back. And he dips out of the hole. Go grab something. He leaves behind the gold bars and the idol, though, that he grabbed.
What about the perception roll I'm done?
You don't know the results of that, and you're not going to know the results of that until after the session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine, I just, for some reason, imagine the door has been open the whole time and we just been wasting all of our time.
Would you like me to describe the perspective from inside the rope trick?
Sure.
So, when you climb up inside the rope trick, you enter a dimension of whatever color Alder picks. Alder, what color do you want this dimension to be?
Why was I going to say mauve?
Bob is not color.
Mauve is a color.
Whatever. I guess we'll say brown. See, like, a mostly brown area. And you see that what you climb through is like a 1 foot square. Though, it was like a 1 foot square, but when you pull the rope back up, you see that the 1 foot square seals, but like the entire bottom of this dimension is clear. As in, like, you can see through it into the ground underneath. If you dip your head back through the opening, you can look around, but otherwise you can only see what's directly beneath you.
Okay, let's check out our loot. Everyone got their data pads with you?
Does everyone just like throw it in a pile or something?
Yeah, we just like show off what we got.
I like to imagine like everyone just throws their loot into one pile, one side of the rope trick, and goes, "Okay, who wants to grab something first?" It just
Yes.
what everyone does.
I'm keep the weapons hidden for now.
Okay.
Okay, we have 10 data slates. We have 5 of us.
All right. 10 data slates. You have a handful of weapons. Would you like me to describe what weapons you grabbed?
I didn't grab a weapon, so that's for Alder and.
Well, I'm talking
Brad.
about collectively what you all got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to describe the weapons?
Yeah, sure.
I'm keeping the weapons hidden.
Why are you keeping them hidden?
So they don't get destroyed early.
You're in the rope trick. Nothing can reach you in here. Unless someone
Yeah.
physically climbs up into here, which they can only do if the rope's down, and the rope's not currently down. Well, it's down while the monk is out, but when the monk comes back, he'll raise it back up with him. But if you want to keep them on you, that's fine. I'm just saying that it's not necessary at this point.
Yeah. Also, maybe my girlfriend has them. Have you thought of that?
Yeah, the girlfriend does actually have some weapons, but more importantly, you see that her armor is actually altered a bit. And it looks
Yeah.
like she stuck some like parts from Dozer armor onto her power armor.
8.
She smirks at you and says, "Guess what else I got, sweetie?"
I can see.
I got a couple of sets of Dozer armor.
That'll be proven useful for future heists, considering that they're going to be the same destructiveness as this.
Right. Is it bad that I'm curious to examine the heart in case it looks important? No, it's not bad. If you want to, you can. It's still beating even in your hands.
That's what kind of ticks me off. It's just like it's still beating, and I'm like, hey, if it's still beating, that means it somehow still has oxygen.
Or something
Everyone-
else is going on.
Right.
You can give me either an Arcana check, a Nature check, or a Survival check.
Just don't eat it. We don't know if it's poisonous.
Oh!
You have a realization as to what this is. This is a item. This is a magic item, but it's not one. It's not like a artificially created. It's a naturally created magic item that you recognize from the Feywild. This used to be in the Feywild. And would you like to know what it's called?
What?
It is an item that its original Fey name has been lost, but the name translates to the beating heart of nature.
Oh! Okay.
So,
Is it like
effectively,
this?
this is if you took the essence of the Feywild and distilled it down into an organ, like a heart. Like, if you planted this in the ground, you could make greenery start to sprout up, for example.
I have a stupid idea once we get home.
Granted, none of you know this besides Alder, because Alder has this realization, but they haven't explained any of this yet.
Character share Alder.
Alder is squealing in delight.
They laugh like a fox.
Hey, Alder, do you know what a furbolg is?
Yes.
Aren't those like forest giant things? We go look up what a furbolg is to make sure I'm right about this.
I think they're giants that adapted to the Feywild. Remember, they're blue. I don't know why the color sticks out to me.
Because it's an odd color. I mean, you normally see hearts red, so it being blue it basically sticks out like a sore
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so this heart, you remember, is actually not just it's known as the beating heart of the wild, but there's another reason why it's in the shape of a heart specifically, because it is one of the former hearts of one of the dragon guardians of the Feywild, which, for reference, in the other campaign, Sylvester is a dragon guardian. No, this is not Sylvester's heart.
dumb.
But this is the heart of an archfey dragon.
Who knows? It maybe he rattles great aunt heart or something. I don't know.
So effectively, it is a
Wait.
fey dragon heart, in essence. As well as being a heart deeply saturated in Feywild magic. How it still has any of its properties right now, you have no idea.
It's a miracle.
And how long it's been in that box, you have no idea. Because, I mean, it's clearly old, but so is everything in the Feywild.
That's my point. It could have been worse. It could have been somehow tied to Cathaglis.
Wait, I have something extra stupid. What if he attach it to Rattle's organs? Would that restore his magic?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
It's incredibly stupid, but it just might work.
I bring up scenes of the Meet the Medic video.
God, yes. Yes.
I am bulletproof! God, imagine Rattledarkstar. Yeah. So this thing is amazing, you Alder, but something else catches your eye, because you find yourself starting to stare at the monkey. Like, your eye keeps getting drawn to the monkey in the corner.
Thank you. Someone brings up the monkey.
It's you. You were bringing up the monkey. No one else has this attraction, by the way. It's only you, Alder, that is seemingly being attracted to the golden monkey. Everyone else, it's just a golden object. Though Zorro is spooked, but that's more just because of his flaw than anything else. While that's happening, I'll explain what Rattle got. So Rattle, you got you got 10 guard las guns, you got 5 shotguns, you got a pile of grenades, you got 12 dozer machine guns, about 100,000 rounds of bullets for those machine guns, as well as a gun that you don't recognize at all.
Since we're in a safe space, I think he can investigate what that gun does.
Yes, we will.
I'm gonna identify it.
Okay, before we get to that, though, the monk comes back.
Welcome back.
The monk climbs back up the rope and then pulls the rope up with him and sits back down here and says to both of you, we can't get any more of the guns. The cube's got it now.
Context?
Cube from the sewer. Oh, right, you weren't there. Rattle, the cubes followed us into the vault. It was near the entrance of the sewers. It's currently seemingly holding the water in.
Oh, great.
Alder's just like, was it transparent?
It was invisible.
It's transparent, not invisible.
Yeah, you're glad you survived with your life.
To be fair, I'm a large reason why he survived with his life.
Good boy, then.
He just smirks. And the girl says, oh, just kiss you two. That's what the girlfriend said. And then the monk gives her a light smack in the shoulder. As like a playful one.
Yeah.
Notably, though, the monk doesn't seem to be carrying anything on him, so why he left, you don't know, unless he's just keeping something in his pockets. But, anyway, while that's going on, Rattle, you're inspecting the gun. Give me a gunsmithing check.
I'm using this.
It is not a magic item or magically imbued.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to understand the workings of it, it's not magical, you would need the Analyze Device spell.
Okay.
Which is a separate spell.
What do I roll?
Well, nothing. Yeah, okay. Give me gunsmithing. I believe you have gunsmithing?
Yeah,
Yeah, give me gunsmithing.
Tool. 26.
Okay. So, during the minute that you were casting Identify, actually, before we get to that, we'll get to the others because you're spending an entire minute to do this.
Okay.
So, Zorro, Alder, what are you two doing for that entire minute? I assume Alder starts explaining what this heart is.
I give everyone their share of the cash.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, I found info, I found documents. This place is not just a bag. It may be in over our heads. So I did this.
And then you show the data pad. All the data that you got. Notably, you can use communication now, so you can report the bolt if you want to.
Oh fuck yes.
Okay, so do you contact Bolt?
Eh.
What do you tell Bolt? Bolt notably picks up the phone and says, I just got back from the shower. What's up?
So we have lab documents and a lot of experimental documents.
Go on.
I have things that may interest you later.
Go on.
I'm now in a rope trick. We may be in over our heads because this isn't a bank. We have money. This isn't a bank.
And let me guess, you want evac, right?
Would you rather us all die, honey?
You owe me for this.
I'll trust me, I have something that equally makes it up.
Alright, how much firepower do you need?
Yes.
Is it? Is this on speaker?
I don't know, is it, Alder?
Yes.
Enough to take on a dozer and an entire police force. Maybe a few more dozers.
And he can also hear the rumbling in the background of the building collapsing. He says, did you collapse the fucking building?
Yeah, we're in the basement with a building crumbling above us.
And the gas station guy says, and gelatinous cube.
Oh yeah. Wait, was that what it was?
Yes.
Rattle, you were saying?
I wasn't the one who blew up this place.
I was the one that woke up and on this cube.
To be fair, you're the only stable one of the group, so I would not expect you to be the one who did it. And Zach says, Zach, the gas station guy, says, by the way, who is this?
Bolt.
Did you guys explain who Bolt is to him?
Yes, I believe so.
Not really.
Oh!
Zach did ask about my power armor or something about me. I told him it was from Bolt.
Alright. Okay, hold on, give me a second. Bolt says, wait a second. Is that Zachariah I hear in the background?
Yes?
And the gas station guy just kind of leans back against one of the walls and says, Man, it's been fucking years since I've heard that name.
Okay, Obi-Wan.
Sass me, you will not.
What people you both are.
True, this one is. And the gas station guy's just laughing, and you hear Alder laughing, and not Alder, sorry, you hear Bolt laughing on the other side of the line. He says, I didn't know you'd be alive. And Zachariah says, come on now, you really think I would die?
Well, we keep it that way.
I'm too stubborn to die. Bolt says, alright, I'll come get evac. Ugh. Do you want the full squad or half the squad?
I suppose half the squad could do.
Yeah, okay. They'll be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not like you'll have trouble with them and digging us out.
Yeah. So, you got about 20 minutes until the actual thing, and you hear that by this point, most of the room that you're in is starting to fill with debris and water and scalding heat. And there's also what looks to be floating remains of, like, data pads and guns just floating around in the water.
Are we able to reach out and get them, or are they just unable to be used?
Here's the problem.
Don't reach for them because it's the cube.
Here's the problem. Well, yes, the cube, but there's a different problem here. The only reason why the water is not getting into your rope trick is because the door is not open. If you reach through, try and grab something, water will start flooding into the rope trick.
Okay, never mind. Just keep the door closed.
Yeah. So, no, as long as you don't actually try to reach out, you're fine in here. But the moment you try to, things are going to go bad. You're secured by the spell. Please let's not mess up. Yes. You are secure for an hour. Nothing really can reach you in here unless something knows how to travel through dimensions, which nothing in this verse knows how to. Outside of a select few characters that aren't involved in this situation. Okay, so, while this is going on, by the time that conversation ended, Rattle, you figured out what this gun is. So, I'll go ahead and describe it visually for you. Though I'll also pull up a picture. Because I have a specific thing.
Okay.
Do. Here is the reference image I'm using for this.
Oh?
Oh.
So, it's a long device with, steel parts in the end, and there's glowing blue. And the weird part is it's been glowing blue, and you don't know what it is, but you're able to identify it pretty quick when you try to put your hand there to identify it, and it was scalding hot. And after analyzing it for long enough, you actually realize that's likely plasma in there, or some sort of heating apparatus to create plasma. As when you hold out the ammo pack and look at it, it's just a solid piece of metal. It's not even ammo, it's just a solid piece of metal. So you theorize that it's shaving little pieces off, turning them into plasma, and then launching them out the barrel. Effectively, you have a plasma gun.
So this is like Dead Space.
This picture is actually of the plasma gun from Warhammer 40k. But
Oh.
Yeah, but there is a plasma rifle in Dead Space as well.
Yeah, there's a plasma rifle in a lot of sci-fi things, and they largely look the same. Notably, this one, since it's based off 40k, it's a slow shooting weapon that has big, powerful shots. So it fires slowly, but it burns through pretty much anything it hits when it fires. So, like, for reference for D&D, fire slowly means that you can only fire it at max once per turn, and after you fire it, you need to use another action to let it cool down, effectively. So, in theory, for a normal person, they can only fire it every other turn.
Well, except you're me.
Right, that's what I said, for a normal person.
I'm gonna say that, Old might like this weapon.
That's not the only exotic weapon that you got, though. There is another exotic weapon that you managed to pick up. And and this one might be more recognizable. And I'm going to send some reference pictures.
Okay.
It looks to be what's a long box-like device with a trigger and an apparatus, and there's exposed wires and coils on it. It looks like a prototype weapon of some kind, but there's bundles of wrapped wires and copper wires, and they seem to be wrapped around what looks to be the barrel. You theorize this is some sort of, like, device based off of electromagnetic fields. And given your technical know-how, you guess this device may or may not be made to use electromagnetic fields to propel a bullet in some capacity. Which, out of character, yes, this is a railgun.
Yeah, I thought so.
Its actual model is based off the one in Fallout 4, which is actually called a Gauss rifle in Fallout 4, which is a misnomer because it's not actually a Gauss rifle. A Gauss rifle would launch electricity.
I'm sorry, but it kind of reminds me from Call of Duty Zombies, the Wonder Waffle.
I'm not familiar with Call of Duty Zombies, so I'll take your word for that.
It's the Wonder Waffle.
I will note that there is a little display above the... Okay, so there's like the aiming crosshairs, and then there's a little display on the actual gun. And when you pull the trigger, it counts up from 0 to 99, and when it hits 99, it's fully charged. So you can fire it when it's not fully charged, but to get the most damage, you need to fully charge it. So yeah, there's 2 new experimental weapons that you got.
Here's the Wonder Waffle bug.
That does not look like what I want. Okay, I want like a big bulky thing. Peeking on the sides in the background. Yeah, I thought you would enjoy these, Alder, because I'm like, I want some prototype weapons, but I don't want them to be magical. What do I do? Oh wait, I'll pull these because these are some of my favorite sci-fi weapons. Notably, Foxy. Not Foxy, Zorro, you do recognize a certain noise coming from outside the rope. It sounds like the rumbling of tank treads on asphalt.
Are they getting the military here?
Give me a perception check. It sounds like they brought a tank. By the way, by this point, your rope trick, you can't really see into the room under you as the building has completely collapsed at this point. You're technically buried under about 10 feet of rubble.
Oh, we're safe for now.
Right, but you can hear rumbling of tank treads above and people walking around and dozers taunting, saying like, Get out! Get out here! Stop hiding, you chickens! And stuff like that.
Why can't they think we just died under the rubble and leave?
And one of the dozers starts firing their machine gun into the rubble in frustration. Hoping it will flush you out. I mean, granted, they don't know if you're alive or not, but they're just making sure. So, you got about 55 minutes left on the rope trick. What do you want to do?
I guess wait it out.
Also, if you want to call the session here, this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. So,
I mean, we could just say we are making a plan on how to get out if things go wrong.
true, but I have a fun idea. What if next session that we do is an entire session of you all just relaxing for 55 minutes in the rope trick, and we end that session with you finally getting out of the rope trick. Like, imagine if we just had a session of, like, just taking time off, where you're just sitting in there, stuck in there, and just kind of talk amongst each other, share stories and shit.
That could work.
I think that would be a fun
Sure.
session. What do you guys think?
Yeah. The only thing I was about to do is I was about to look at the monkey.
Ah, okay. You want to end it off with looking at the monkey?
Sure.
Okay. So, as you look at the monkey, do you stare at it closely?
Yes.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
I can imagine it's cursed.
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God!
Yep. Called it. I literally called it.
And you passed that with flying colors, too. Okay, I gave you advantage on the investigation check because of the fact that this is something within your wheelhouse. This is, in fact, a cursed item. But you did not fall victim to the curse. So, you don't know where corporate got this, but this is a cursed item that you knew probably used to exist within some type of tomb or within a dungeon, which dungeons don't really exist anymore. But you know this likely existed in one of those, but whatever curse that is still affecting it, it's severely hampered compared to what it would be normally. Given the lack of ambient magic. So, it has some intense properties, but they're very much dulled. So you can't quite tell. It's like the difference between a sledgehammer and a rubber hammer. As far as you can tell, it seems to be. But notably, it was only affecting you. So it only seems to affect beings that inherently have magic within them.
Wouldn't that affect me as well since I have magic?
No, you don't.
Until you get your dragon breath back and stuff, you do not.
Okay.
The reason why also you left roll 20, Foxy, if you did.
I know, I just tried to save on Wi-Fi, and also I'm supposed to be off.
Sure. We're going to wrap things up. I just want to say one final thing about your character, then you can go. The reason why Zorro isn't is because technically he doesn't have magic. His AI has magic. And his AI lends him his magic, so... There we go. By the way, you can leave if you want to now, Foxy. Take care. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yep, naturally born with magics. Notably, though, it is affecting the girlfriend.
Alright, because Tiefling.
Tiefling, yep. So, thank you everyone for watching. If indeed you still are, I'll talk to you all next time.